Welcome, good morning also from my side. Awesome to see so many of you. And as a matter of fact, we have presented the O2 in LA, in Beverly Hills, a couple of months ago. However, what you probably didn't know is that this venue was a private event, which means that now and here in Stockholm, this is the first time that you guys and hopefully many more people will see this car for the first time publicly. So it's quite a big thing. So I won't keep you much longer, and I will talk a bit more later, so I'm not just gonna leave again, but let's unveil it straight away. Polestar O2. So here it is, Polestar O2. When we launched the Polestar Precept in 2020, we already knew that this platform that we developed, a bonded aluminium unibody, which is a proprietary technology for Polestar, developed by Polestar, will be not only used for the Polestar 5, which the Precept will turn into, we have already talked about this, but is also capable of being the architecture for stunning vehicles like this, like Polestar O2. In terms of design, I think now it's pretty clear to everybody that we're not a subsidiary, well, we are a subsidiary, but in terms of design, we're not taking design cues from Volvo, but this is the proof point, and Precept already did that as well, that Polestar has its completely unique design language. One thing I'm personally very proud of is the dual blade headlamps, is the signature. If you walk around on the show like this, you will see that many new brands popping up internationally, and it's quite a challenge for designers in this environment to come up with such a strong and powerful signature amongst all the others. So Polestar has its unique face. Design language itself, we are all about purity, we're about combining simplicity, combining art with technology. Talking about technology, we are also working on something that we call the smart zone, which is, if you think that cars so far, and in this show you won't see so many of them, are all about breathing, about getting air into the front. In this area, we repurposed that prime real estate from breathing to seeing, which means we're clustering all the sensors like radars, cameras, and the cleaning systems and the heating systems that are needed to provide the function for these, for level 4 autonomy or for pilot assist, and we cluster them all in this area in the front that we call the smart zone, and you will see that on Polestars going forward. Another thing with electric cars is aerodynamics. At Polestar, we want to keep this extremely strong design language and these sharp lines, but still use tricks to increase or rather decrease the drag coefficient and increase the efficiency for added range. So what we have done in this car and also in the Precept, for example, is we are combining the light signature of the brand with aero blades that let the air cut off quite cleanly at the rear of the car and hence increase range. Another thing, I'm pretty sure that many of you came here today in some beautiful cars with great materials on the interior, probably leather, wood, aluminium. But what you don't know is that many of these materials today, with the processes that we use, are being bonded together permanently, which means that at the end of the life of this vehicle, they can probably only be shredded, or these components might end up on landfill. At Polestar, we're quite keen to combine the joy of driving, the driving dynamics, the performance, with our relentless drive for sustainability. What that means is we're working on a project that we call Project Zero, which is aiming at 2030. It's about a completely carbon neutral car. And for us internally, this is a moonshot project, because moonshot projects are defined by you embark on a journey without actually knowing how to get there. But we're working in research, we're working with partners in the industry, with suppliers, to get to a carbon neutral use phase. And that includes circularity and many things like that. So that's a big task. But some of these ideas already find their way today into our next production cars or in concepts like this. And one idea here, we call it, or that's actually the actual term for these materials, they are monomaterials. So imagine that all the soft components of the interior of this car are being made from one highly recyclable thermoplastic, which can not only be recycled, but recycled over and over again. And that's a significant step to circularity. I will be here to answer some more questions later, so if you find your way to me. But before I do so, I want to tell you about one more thing, which is the Polestar Companion. What we have done in this car is we included a cinematic drone into the rear of the car. So it's parked, it's positioned here in this little garage, and this drone can be deployed while driving. So it comes out here on this track, it's magnetically attached, it lifts off while you're driving, and it can then record your drive in different modes, which you can then edit on your screen and share directly in social media with your friends and family. So I wish you a great day at this show. But before, I would say, let's have a look at the Companion, the Polestar Companion in action.